All right. Are we good? Golden? Everybody here? Everybody. Where did I put my list? Here it is. All right. So, welcome to our Tuesday edition of our Q&A. Do this every Tuesday, noon central, right here on our YouTube channel. Yes, indeed. All right, now I start seeing some people popping on, which is good. Then I can answer some questions. I like it. Frog is here. Hey, Wally. Hi, Felix. Good. 2 days in a row, Felix. Good deal. Excellent. So welcome, you guys. Thanks for joining me. As you can see on the screen here, I've got some pictures kind of going on the side. What side? This side? There we go. This side. And these are pictures that are from our current drivers, a handful of them. They've sent in the pictures. I love the pictures, so keep sending them. We do post them throughout on our Facebook, our YouTube, obviously through the lives, but also LinkedIn and all kinds of things. So Instagram. I like to show them off. And they are probably the best pictures that we've been able to see. So send them our way. Also, side note, I think I found a solution to the issue where our pictures were too small. So for the next years to come, those who didn't make the calendar because the pictures were too small, and the pictures were beautiful, but the pixels were just not big enough, I'm pretty sure I found the right software to change that and to make it work without looking all pixelated. I'm really excited about it. I'm not gonna lie, super excited. But if we find the solution where you can save it with the right pixels, then we'll be better off. But anyways, welcome. I didn't get your message last night. What was the message? I don't think I got it. I didn't see it, at least. Was it on Facebook? I don't know. Let me know. But welcome. We're going to talk about bonuses today, and it's really going to be a review for a lot of our current drivers, but I want to make sure that you guys have a good understanding of the scorecard and then remind you of the referral bonus. Speaking of referral bonus, this week, Kevin Russman and Jamie Newton, both of you have received your final installment for the referral, your most recent referral. So congratulations. Referral bonuses pay out within 90 days, and you get $1,500 for the first 1, 2, or 3 drivers that you refer within the year. And then after that, the 4th and 5th driver, you get $2,000 for each of them. And then if you refer 6 or more within the year, you're going to get a full $2,500 per driver. So yeah, voice and ILD. I did not get the voicemail. I'll have to go back through and listen and see if I can find it. Yeah, I didn't get it. But I'll do some double checking, because who knows, it probably was me. All right, I'll find out, Wally. Also, Jimmy Mitchell out of our Bessemer terminal. You guys know Jimmy, one of our DMs out of there. He also had a referral this last week or so. So congratulations to him as well. So referral bonuses for both in-house, for office staff, as well as for drivers. Office staff, it's $400 for a referral. For our drivers, we pay $1,500 for a referral. So good to know. Any questions on how that pays out or anything like that? $1,500, it starts at $250 on first dispatch. You'll get that on their first dispatch, and then after they've been here for 30 days, you'll get another $250, $500 after they've been here 60 days, and the remaining $500 after 90 days, and that's on your first 3. So hey, Howard, Risky Red is in the house. There you have it. Looking good. That truck is looking good. In Fort Dodge. In addition to, I'm just diving in, by the way, so interrupt if you have any questions. In the chat, you can put your zip code, and zip code will let us know where you live, and we can answer, what we have available out of your area to you. You can also just do city and state if you prefer. But either one, if you have questions on different divisions, interrupt at any time. This is your Q&A. That's why we do it, so you can ask your questions. If you are a current driver here at Decker and you have questions on whatever, let me know. Anything you have a question on, we want to make sure that it's communicated to you so that you know what's going on. Michael Watts, hello, could I join the Western Refrigerated if I live in Chicago? Absolutely. You bet. The only thing is being in Chicago, just know you're going to be out about 2 to 3 weeks at a time in the Western Division. So you're running, it's still coast to coast, but most of the runs are going to be west of the Mississippi. So, yeah, about 1,100 for the average length of haul. And it depends on the individual, but about 28 to 3,000 a week is about average. Everybody's a little bit different, but it does guarantee you a minimum of $1,000 a week, but your pay per mile should blow that out of the water. Below that, you should have more than that, the $1,000 guarantee. So, great question. Michael, let me know if you have any additional questions that I can answer on that. All right. Best thing to do is if you find out that one of the positions is a good fit for you and you want to talk to a recruiter a little bit more, you can call this number right here, 888-668-0698. You can also apply online right here, drivedecker.com. So 60644. I got so bad with zips. 60644. Oops. Imagine. All right. Oh yeah, right there in Chicago. Absolutely. You're good. You're golden. Perfect. Anna says, submit your meal or cooking health ideas to marketing@deckermail.com. Yeah, let's do it. Howard's got a ton. Time to change the calendar behind you to, oh, yeah, that's right. It's October, it's October. It's December. You're so smart. Who is it? So I went from Brian Stockdale. Oh, well, that's why. It's Howard himself. It's Risky Red. You got it? Do you see that? How cool is that? Love it. I love it. I love it. California picture. Let's see if I can get this in here without making more holes in my wall. Fantastic. Howard, that is awesome. Thank you for letting me know. It probably would have been there because I look on a different calendar. It probably would have been there for a while had you not mentioned it. Hey, Tim. Tim's here. Good deal. Yes, you can submit the photos all year round. You can submit them to marketing@deckermail.com or just send them to me through Facebook, facebook.com/DTLinc, and I'll get them as well. I love the pictures. So keep them coming. Keep them coming my way. All right. Okay, so in addition to the referral bonus, and by the way, if you guys have questions on the referral bonus, you can go ahead to our website, drivedecker.com, and actually access the ratings and all the incentives and the pay and everything that goes along with it right there. So drivedecker.com, you click on Why Decker, and then it'll say driver referral, and it's the page itself. Or just go to drivedecker.com/driver-referral, and it'll get you straight to the referral page. I want to show you, but honestly, with everything skipping out last couple of weeks, I don't dare switch the screen and see if we ever come back. Right, Anna? So, yes, if you have questions, feel free to give us a call or go straight to that website and you can check it out there. But it goes through what everybody's rankings are, how many referrals basically you've had in the last year. And then I'm just pulling it up here, sorry. And then it'll also go based off of the incentive. So if you've referred 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many drivers you've referred in the year, it'll identify that. And then little happy face on the bottom. It'll remind you of what the quarterly bonuses are, that you have the quarterly drawing, is a drawing obviously every quarter that we do based off of anybody who has referred. So if you've referred somebody during the quarter, your name will be in the drawing. If I draw it, then you get to choose between a laptop, a tablet, or $750 in cash. So, sweetness. Hey, Amy. Amy's here. Amy, good deal. And then the next quarterly drawing is the 31st of December. What day is that? Thursday. There we go. Thursday is our next Thursday, the 31st. New Year's Eve. That's your choice of laptop, tablet, or $750 cash. You get to choose. Last year, we had a grand champion, Jesse Torres. So he won the grand champion, which was his choice of a trip to Vegas or $2,500 in cash. Took the cash. There's a picture actually on the bottom of the website. I'm looking at it right now. And that shows off his winnings. That was just the winnings for being the top referrer of the year. In the last quarter, I say this all the time, by the way. In the last quarter, he had all 5 of his referrals, which made him over $11,000 in total just in the referral bonus and the grand prize. So not too shabby. Tim says, I have a question for all Decker drivers. Why did you all decide to become a truck driver? Ooh, inquiring minds want to know. I like that. So Tim asks, why did you become a driver? What was it? Fill us in. We'll share it. We'll share it with everybody here. Amy says, getting ready to head to PT. Ooh, it's PT time. Amy, I read that for migraines, one of the best things to do is get a massage. So maybe in your stocking this year, you should be seeing some massages to avoid from those migraines. Either way, make sure you ice and your shoulder starts feeling better afterwards. I hope. So yeah, why did you guys become a driver? For those of you who are Decker drivers here, why did you get into driving? And why not? Tell me why you like Decker. Actually, why don't you tell me the good and the bad? What is it that we can do better for you, and what is it that we do well? That's what I want to know. Those questions I need to be answered. How do we get better if we don't know, right? What can we do better? I'm going to put this as a post on our YouTube here in just a little bit. What can we do better? And what do we do well? And why did you get into driving? All right. Bonuses. Love the bonuses. Last week we talked about going into the driver of the months. You guys well aware of that? Anna says, I'm saving lives by not driving. Me too. Yes, me too. Not a bad driver. I just know that I shouldn't be behind an 18-wheeler. So the driver of the month program. We've got lots of bonuses, by the way. Let's just recap what all of these bonuses are. First of all, we do have a referral bonus. Okay, so there's one referral bonus. We currently have a sign-on bonus, and yes, I recognize that we don't always have a sign-on bonus, and that the sign-on bonus does change. Right now, it's a $5,000 quarterly accelerator bonus, sign-on bonus. You need to, well, first of all, you get paid every quarter $1,250. You do need to run a minimum of $25,000 for the quarter in refrigerated and $20,000 in the quarter for flatbed in order to get the $1,250 plus any miles that you ran over the $25,000 for refrigerated and $20,000 for flatbed. You get an extra 5 cents a mile on all the miles that you ran over it. So there you go. That's the accelerator part of that sign-on bonus. Okay, so where was I? We have the referral bonus. We have the current sign-on bonus. We have the driver of the month, the driver of the year. We have the grand champion, which is massive, and I probably should have left that for the end. We have what else do we have? We have the scorecard bonus, which is an extra 4 cents a mile. We have the smart drive bonus, which is an extra penny per mile on all the miles you ran. And I think I'm missing one. Anna, what am I missing? I know I'm missing one. Ezekiel says, hi Ezekiel, by the way. He says, I repost my eyes because people can't get no payments. You have to, I'm not sure what you're saying there. Frog says, I want to see the world dealing plus do. I want to see the world plus I do not, DOT laws to work. Okay, I got you. So Wally was saying, wanted to see the world. That's why he got into driving. Tim says, call you. Yes. Hang on. I gotta make myself a note. Call Tim. Okay. All right. So yeah, those lots of bonuses, you guys. There are most definitely bonuses. Plus, there's extra pays. Extra pays such as, for trailer washouts for a refrigerator. We pay you $10 for your time there, or $15 if you end up having to do it yourself for, again, trailer washouts. So we recognize that. You get, obviously, detention and layover and mechanical breakdown, and when they occur, of course. What are other extra pays? Extra drop and pick. Short miles. So if you end up getting on loads that are short. If you end up going to the Northeast, which I know isn't very common, but if you're going up into the Northeast, you get an extra $50. $25 if you're originating from nearby. So yeah, lots of extra pays there. Howard says, you're missing the sexiest driver alive bonus. Oh, do we have that and I wasn't aware of it? Yeah, I don't know that one. I don't know what it pays or what the qualifications are for that. Wally says, do not like in-laws. Oh, in-laws. I got you. I thought you said DOT laws. Michael wants to know, being in Chicago, if he can stay out longer than the 12 to 14. Absolutely. We have a lot of drivers who will stay out longer. That way they're not cutting as many loads short to get home. And some of the guys, they pretty much live on the road. And I say guys, but I mean guys and gals. They pretty much live on the road, some of them. So if you want to stay out longer, that's fine. I only want to remind you that when you are out on the road and you start to feel exhaustion, or if you can feel that your body has had enough of being on the road for a bit and need a few days off, just make sure that you're communicating with your driver manager. That's probably, it probably goes without saying, but I don't want to overlook that. Please make sure that you're getting the rest that you need and recouping wherever you need. So if you're looking to take home time, pretty much wherever you're at, that's fine. Just make sure you're communicating with your driver manager. Yes, Anna says, we can't say it enough. Thank you for everything you do every day to keep America moving. To keep them going. That's right. Keep us moving. We appreciate it. So let's talk about some of the qualifications. I'm not sure of the qualifications for the one Risky Red said, but there's got to be something out there. Oh, yes, bonuses. Okay. So being out on the road during the holidays, that's the other one. Where were we at on that one, Howard? Holidays, you get an extra $100 as a company driver, a solo driver. You get an extra $100 for being out during Thanksgiving if you're under a load. Same for Christmas and same for New Year's. And that's something that we don't do every year, or maybe it's a variation of that each year. But this year we're doing that $100. For, say you're going to be out for all three of those, then you'll get an extra $300. Now teams just double that because it's going to go to the truck, so it'll be $600 total to the truck on that. You made me think of another one, Anna. Guaranteed pay. We've got the guaranteed pay that's in motion here, and that's all across the board. Qualifications for guaranteed pay, but they're pretty darn basic. Making sure that you're doing your job in and outs, and then you'll get that. The Christmas gifts, they are headed out this week, so make sure you have got your address updated with us. So if you're at all wondering, call me. 888-668-0698. Call any of the recruiters just to make sure that your address is updated. That would be perfect. Pitbull. Hi, Pitbull. What is home time for flatbed if you live in the Southeast? So depending on where in the Southeast, you could be looking at weekly home time, or you could be looking at the every 2 weeks, so basically every other weekend. So it does depend on where. If you live in Carolinas or in North Carolina and you live west of 95, then you're looking at home weekly. We don't currently hire east of 95 in the Carolinas. If you live in if you live in Georgia or if you live in Alabama, north of 20, then we can get you home weekly as well. But if you live in other areas of the Southeast, pretty much anywhere from Texas to the Carolinas, then you're looking at about every other weekend home. Florida would be an exception. If you live in the Jacksonville area or even the Panhandle, or Pensacola area, you're looking at approximately 3 weeks out at a time. And we figure for every 7 days you're out, it's a day and a half home time. So I hope that answers your questions. Michael asks, does Decker allow riders? Yes, we do. Ages 10 to 69 is $25 a month for the rider policy, and that just covers the insurance. And then, riders are usually allowed after 90 days. However, with a clean driving record and everything spotless, we have been able to get them approved before. But the 90 days is pretty much the basic rule. Not the end of the world, though. If you're looking at 30 or 60, if you've got a clean record, let us know and we'll get that approval ahead of time. Oh, Anna does remind me, yeah, the address is not just for the Christmas gifts, which by the way you do not want to miss, but also for the W-2s come January. So make sure those addresses are up to date. Amy says, well, here goes nothing, going to PT. Have a great day, you guys. Stay safe, Amy. Frog says, driving a truck is in my blood. I don't doubt that. And I think once you start driving it, it's kind of stuck there, right? It starts pumping through the veins. Pitbull says, I live in Greenville, South Carolina. Let me just double check. I think Greenville, I might have another option too. I gotta double check. Let's see. Okay, so flatbed, yes, you're looking at every other weekend basically. But I also have a van division that runs into your area as well, and that can get you home every 2 to 3 weeks also. But you asked flatbed, so I'm just saying. Flatbed does require a minimum of 9 months of flatbed experience. So I'm going to make sure you have that as well. Michael says, how many miles a week does a flatbed driver average a week? Okay, so one thing, Michael, if you were asking earlier for the refrigerated or you were asking for the Western Division out of Missoula, that is refrigerated. So make sure that we're on the same page here. But for the average miles for flatbed, if you're talking the Midwest Division, you're probably looking at anywhere from 19 to 2100. That's getting home on a weekly basis. I know that you mentioned staying out, so I'm going to give other options too. My over-the-road division based out of Bessemer, Alabama, runs more miles. You know, depending on how long you're staying out, you know, if you're staying out or coming home every other weekend, you're probably looking about 24, maybe 2,600 miles a week. I say that, but I do have a lot of drivers that tend to run fewer miles than that. It really is going to depend on what you are looking for. In the same sense, I have drivers that run a lot harder than that. I just ask that you communicate with your driver manager. The miles are there, the freight is there, and whether you're talking refrigerated or flatbed, we are sitting very comfortable with our freight. I don't want to jinx myself, but we've got a great freight. I can't say that fast at all. A great freight strength. So when it comes to the freight, we're good there. However, the way you run is going to be reflected, within your miles. So if you're really good at managing your time, then we got you covered. If you need a little bit more rest in between loads, there's some people do, and no judgment. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people just are there to, like Wally said, sometimes you just want to see the world too. It's not just running, and I get that. What did I miss? So Michael, I can answer that for you as I did, but know that there's a lot of flexibility based off of the individual. Tim says Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte's a fantastic spot. We've got refrigerated and flatbed, or not refrigerated. We've got van as well, but flatbed, it's a great spot for a flatbed. Tim says 2,500 to 2,800. Refrigerated run 25 to 3,700 or more. It depends on the individual for sure with that. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that I was answering your question. Michael says that he was asking flatbed for his buddy, but he wanted reefer. Okay, so in the over-the-road refrigerated, the 28 to 32 is pretty darn common. I know Tim gave up to 3,700, and it just depends on the individual. Remember, we're on e-logs, which I think pretty much everybody in the world is at this point. Who broke my camera? Oh, it was me. Okay. But just as a reminder, you know, that's going to put a little bit of limit. But if you're good at managing your time, I'm very confident in the miles for that. For the flatbed, again, it depends if they also live in the Chicago area and they want to get home on a weekly basis. We have a guaranteed pay of $14.50 getting them home. If they want to get home daily and they run the Chicago area, they're pretty much running only the Chicago area at that point, and it's $1,700 for the guaranteed pay for running Chicago and home daily. So yeah, and so I can give you miles, but the miles are pretty ugly for those home daily and the guaranteed pay. The $14.50 for the guaranteed pay, that's home weekly, and for the $1,700 home daily, the miles aren't fantastic. You're running a lot of short miles, but the benefit of that one is you're getting home on a regular basis and you've got a consistent paycheck. Those are great. You're not likely to get the scorecard bonus, and you're not likely, well, you're still likely to get the Smart Drive bonus, but you're not likely to get the scorecard bonus because one of the factors for the scorecard bonus is the mileage. You know, making sure that you have a minimum mileage. And I got a cheat, but I knew I had this somewhere. Mileage for the flatbed, you have to run a minimum of 1,800. So it's definitely doable to get that bonus, but you know, running those short loads out of the Chicago area, it is harder. That's why we make sure that you get paid that extra, that 1,700 total. So Tim says, not for me. Okay, good. yes, it's not hard for everybody. You know what you're doing. Yeah, Howard or Wally says it well. It says Frog Lid, up to you how you run. See, and Tim, Frog, Howard, Risky Red, though they're all drivers here. Actually, all refrigerated drivers for us. Now that I say that out loud, it's funny because some days it'll be pretty much everybody will be flatbed, and sometimes it'll be all refrigerated. But yes, good questions. Michael, there was something else that I was going to hit on for you. Oh, the guaranteed pays. So with the guaranteed pay, what the requirements are is make sure that you have that you're available for dispatch. We're not considered a forced dispatch company. We aren't. But in order to get that guaranteed pay or the minimum guarantee, you can't turn down a load. The exception is New York, or you know you're having shop issues or maintenance issues. Turning down a load in that situation, that's a little bit different. You know, we don't hold that against you by any means. But making sure you're available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week, not turning down a load, getting your paperwork in by Sunday night. That's the cutoff, Sunday night. No CSA violations, no preventable accidents for the week. What am I missing? I'm missing one. Be available, no load refusals. What am I missing? No driver-related service failures. There we go. Which, by the way, huge shout out to our fleet. Last week we were awarded, or we recognized being awarded the Tyson Carrier. We received huge brownie points because we, as a carrier, as a fleet, all of our drivers had a 90, I'm trying to remember, it's a 98% on-time rate for the year, and we ran over 300 loads a week. Sorry, I couldn't remember that number. The requirement is at least 97% on-time delivery and at least 250 loads per week. And we ran over 300 loads a week with a better percent. So, like it. Tim says with the ELD, if you run hard and have strong legs, you can run 4,200 miles a week. I love the emojis. Oh, that's funny. Yes. Howard says, pay more. Let's see. 4,142 US. Me, and then you. That called you. Hang on. $41.42. Okay, hang on. I gotta figure that one out. I'm lost on that one, Wally. So yes, that is the criteria for the guaranteed pay. And honestly, that criteria is pretty darn similar to that of the scorecard. The scorecard can get you an extra 4 cents a mile for bonuses. The only difference, well, not only difference, but one of the main differences is your miles. That's calculated in your scorecard. Same with fuel efficiency and idle time. So fuel compliance and idle time. Those are all the factors for the scorecard bonus. The Smart Drive bonus, which is an extra penny per mile on all the miles that you ran, that is if you have 20 points or less that on your Smart Drive and your camera is on, because we have both inward and outward facing event recorders in the truck. It's part of the Smart Drive unit, along with the lane departure, the speed gauge, the following distance, all of those safety features that are included in it. But the inward and outward facing event recorders are part of it. So as long as you've got that event recorder or that camera on, then you also get that penny per mile, you know, if you've got 20 points or less. That being said, the way I said that kind of sounded confusing. The cameras only come on during critical events. So erratic lane change, or if you're following too close. Now, if somebody comes and cuts you off, because we know that happens, if someone goes to cut you off and they begin to pull away, it won't kick on the camera. But if someone cuts you off and you get upset and you start tailgating them, then yes, that camera will kick on. So 3142 is me. Oh, okay. I got you. Truck number. I know names so much better than truck numbers. So. Because I never have to punch them in. So yeah, that's the. Is that what you run, Wally? Those are the miles for you. Just a little over 3,100. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yeah. So any questions on the scorecard bonus or the Smart Drive bonus? Either one of those, or the driver of the month, or any of those. Timothy says pay goes from Monday to midnight, or Monday at midnight to Sunday at midnight. Correct. Pipple asks if you have lease purchase. Yes, we do have lease purchase. There are a few states. I gotta look at my cheat note. Is South Carolina on there? Okay, so we do have lease purchase. North Carolina is not an option for us for lease purchase, but South Carolina is. And for flatbed, you're looking at 72% of the load, plus the fuel surcharge. And the fuel surcharge is going to be on all dispatch miles, so loaded and empty. We have a maintenance service plan that you'd be responsible for, and then an escrow. So you've got the maintenance service plan is, I think it changed to 9 cents per mile for the maintenance service plan for the miles that you run. And that'll basically cover any additional expenses. Obviously the trucks are new. They're mostly the 579 Peterbilts, and they have pretty much everything you can think of. Lease purchase, however, doesn't normally have our Epic View satellite TV, or I'm not sure if it has our microwaves either, but we do have the microwaves, the TVs, and everything for company drivers as well. What else for the lease purchase? It's 72% of the load. It can be very lucrative. Now, Tim is an owner-operator. He did our lease purchase, but he did it on the old plan, and he was refrigerated, which was pay per mile. So it was a little bit different. This is a percentage. So, and you're looking at, I think the runs about 3,600 or so a week for the revenue that you're getting that 72 off of. But Pitbull, if you want more information on that, will you just send me your email address, and if you'd like, and I can email it to you, or message me and I can call you back as well. You can call us right here, 888-668-0698, and that'll get you over to the recruiting, and we can get that information to you. That way you have that spreadsheet. You'll know all of the expenses and all of the money coming in and the money going out. Michael says DirecTV. Yes, DirecTV, Epic View. Epic View is the satellite for the truck, but it includes, Showtime, Cinemax, HBO, Sunday Ticket. We love that. And it's 100 plus channels, and that's company paid. Peter, hi Peter. Very good at providing driver comfort in trucks. Awesome. Peter, did you start this week? I was trying to think. I thought I saw that you were, but maybe I was wrong. I was just trying to remember from our discussion last week. Talking to Wyatt, right? Am I on track there? But yeah, pretty much the trucks are fully loaded and hopefully providing you all kinds of comfort. All right, excellent. Any other questions on the bonuses? They do get paid out around the 15th of the month, so they're usually, with the exception of the referral bonus. The referral bonus gets paid on first dispatch. So if someone comes in, if they started this Monday and they're dispatched out on Friday, then that $250, which is the first installment of the referral bonus, will be paid to the referring driver on the next settlement, so that following Friday. Because like I said, everything that comes in, well, like Tim said, everything that comes in by Sunday night gets paid the following Friday. And I suggest that you have the TransFlow app on your phone. If you don't have the TransFlow app on your phone, the Geotab unit is in the truck, most of the trucks. I shouldn't say that. That's not a safe saying. It's in a lot of the trucks. The Qualcomm unit is in most of them right now, but we're switching over from the Qualcomm to the TransFlow Geotab unit. There we go. Peter says, next Monday, hit a snag Friday for the rental. Oh, doesn't surprise me with the holidays. Little buggers, right? Yes, Anna says you get a hotel room. Usually I love the way that you say that. But yeah, we take care of your hotel room, we take care of your rental, we take care of the gas for the rental, we take care of your meals and everything while you're here. It's a week long, Monday through Friday, and we pay you $1,000 for completing orientation. We do, however, split that $1,000 up. So instead of waiting till your first settlement, which is the following Friday, you'll get half on the Friday that you're dispatched out on a comm check, and then you'll get the remaining direct deposit, which is what you would expect. Yep, it usually starts, that's what I love. Okay, she goes, usually starts every Monday and is a fun-filled week with no out-of-pocket for you. I love that one. Okay. Peter says, spoke with Aaron this morning. Unfortunately, Wyatt is out sick. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even check on him. All right, Wyatt, if you're listening, Peter says, get well soon. We all say get well soon. Hope you feel better. Anna says, Geotab has partnered with the TransFlow to provide, yes, better communication and logging device. Plus, we're going to have better navigation for you as well, so it's more on spot. So if there's construction or if there's an accident or something like that, it's going to be updated like that for you. Love it. Howard said, I just saw Don in his Mercedes. I want one. He has an old Cadillac that's really sweet. Like older. That one's pretty cool. Although I don't think I would pass up a Mercedes either. Tim says, I'm ready. 1642 for miles, and it's only Tuesday. Ah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, what other bonuses am I missing here? The grand champion of everything each year is usually awarded around March or April. So last year we snuck it in right before COVID hit, and we were able to recognize all of our Driver of the Year winners we were able to recognize our million mile winners. We had million mile, 2 million mile, 3 million mile, 4 million mile winners. I think 4 million was I don't think anybody was beyond 4 million. I'm okay with eating my words if I'm wrong on that, so correct me if not. But we'll recognize those. We also recognize our fleet managers and other staff throughout during the Driver of the Year program. This year, I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I really have no clue after this. It'll be weird coming up on the anniversary of the country shutting down. And I say that jokingly, only because we didn't shut down. Our drivers didn't shut down. You know, the drivers across the nation didn't shut down. They were busy at work. So there have been exceptions. You're welcome, Pitbull. Thanks for joining us today. So, yeah, absolutely. There's exceptions, but it'll be interesting coming up on that year if anything is going to go back to what was normal or if there's going to be continued some of these changes that have been put in place. Masks being one of them. As a reminder, please make sure that you are wearing your mask if you go on to the Decker terminal, as well as our customers, because a lot of our customers do require it as well. And whether or not you feel that they do or don't benefit you, I just ask that you be respectful and wear them. Please wear them. If you don't have a Decker mask yet, or if you've lost your Decker mask, please contact the Welcome Center in Fort Dodge, and you can get a new one handed to you, or you can get Steph to send one to you as well. Hey, speaking of Steph, I don't know if you guys saw on our Facebook page today, like 5 minutes before I hopped on, but we have new mugs. So they're not called mugs. What are they called? They're called tumblers. That's what they are. New Decker tumblers. They're pretty sweet, and I'm gonna have to get one for myself. Pretty cool, but there's 3 different colors. You can check it out. Facebook.com/DTL Inc. By the way, if you're not following us, every Monday at 4 p.m. Central, we go live. I'll get you a TikTok schedule too for those of you who are TikTokers once I put that together. I do want to give you a heads up on one of the announcements that came out on Friday. Pitbull, thank you. I'll hide that in just a sec so that it's not public for you. I just have to write it down first. Lindsay with an E. 389. All right, gotcha. Thank you. I'll hide it just so it's not public. If I can figure out how to do that. Maybe, huh? Okay. Did I miss something else? Oh, yes. Okay. So, yes, the other thing is just get a hold of Steph. She's at extension 2222, and she can help you out. She also will help with any of the store items that you're wanting if you're getting ready for Christmas gifts, which, by the way, Anna, that's probably something that we should have talked about. I know a lot of you raid the store come Christmas time, and I love seeing the pictures. So if you guys get pictures of people opening up the Christmas gifts that you're getting from the Decker store or wearing them or whatever, send me pictures. I love pictures. Can you tell? Oh, that's a good picture of over here. Steven and Caden. So send me pictures. Facebook.com/DTL Inc. All right. So where was I headed with? I kind of sidetracked myself there. Anything? Oh, yeah, communication. Okay, so last week, Tammy will send out on behalf of the management team. We'll usually send out some communication every Monday or every Friday. It's part of our Inside the Triangle, and it's a little bit different than our podcast because our podcast, which is also called Inside the Triangle, goes out every Thursday. With it being a holiday, last week you didn't get to hear from Elaine until on Monday, but Elaine was our podcast interviewee this last week. If you get a chance, listen to her podcast. It's really a good in-depth look. Like, sitting in the seat look from Elaine from the training department. So that's really what goes down during orientation. So she gives you a step-by-step inside look. Good to know. Anyways, for the communication that went out, drivers that are using the Omnitrax, the Qualcomm, the Omnitrax has announced the IVG mobile software upgrade. So it's the IVG mobile unit platform. This is the new Omnitrax navigation, the OT Nav version for the IVG, and the upgrade will start yesterday. So if you're seeing it, that's what you're getting. So the upgrade schedule, IVG mobile units, big old long code DA1011 RNAV1. Basically, what we want you to know is during that upgrade process, if you're having any issues, let us know. But you'll notice that the display unit, it'll reboot and not be able to send or receive information for approximately 10 minutes during the upgrade process. So if yours didn't do this yesterday, odds are it's going to do it today. And we're just informing you that if this upgrade is happening and that the behavior, if it's behaving funky, we just wanted to make sure, not to avoid any confusion, basically, we wanted to make sure you were aware of it. The Omnitrax technical support is your go-to for questions, and their number is 800-541-7490. Cool. So now during the transfer of the GeoTab integration, because we're moving from Omnitrax to Transflow GeoTab, during that integration, we moved to an automatic solution with the Transflow to have driver submitted paperwork indexed via OCR. Over the last few weeks, though, it hasn't been very successful, as we had hoped at least, and it has created a lot of extra paperwork for both our billing and our settlements group. So the decision was made to move back to having you select the document type, at the time that you submit the paperwork, as this will be much more reliable method. We were trying to streamline this for you guys and make it a lot easier, but it just got to be a mess. It didn't work, and we tried to wait it out and see if we could iron it out, and it's just been a disaster. So beginning Monday, you'll be prompted to select the document type for each page that you submit. And we believe the majority of our drivers, they've done this in the past here at Decker, so I don't think it'll be a huge awakening or change for you. And it should be pretty seamless, but we want to make sure that you're aware that's another step that you haven't been taking that you will need to take. Very, very brief step, but it is in fact a step. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact your fleet manager. That's what they're there for. They are your go-to to answer those questions. So please take the time to do that. Howard says, or Risky Red says, did you ever find out about the miles driven from another company to bring over to Decker? Yes. Yes. Okay. Do you want the answer? Just kidding. I did. It depends on the company. So what we do is we'll have, I want to say Janelle that goes and does it, but we've got somebody that will go and contact the previous company that you were with, and they will get the miles from them, and then we can calculate. And that's how we calculate some of our 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million milers, because some of them haven't been here for the last 40 years, but they've, with 4 million miles, maybe they've only been here the last 5 or 6. So yeah. Although this week we had 2 people that have been here 19 years, 18 years, and 1 22 years, so that we are recognizing for anniversaries. So yes, Howard, if you're wondering what your miles are, then we will get in contact with, let your fleet manager know, and then we will, you know what, I'm just going to write this down so I can take care of it. Miles from previous company. And it all depends on if that company will release your mileage. And sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it's really quick. Previous company. Oops. Can't spell. Got it. Frog says 2 hour not working. For the split, is that on the Transflow, the GeoTab unit, Frog, or is that on the Omnitrax? Let me know. So Wally says 2 hour not working. Sorry, you guys. I'm note takers, otherwise I forget. Thankfully, Anna's there making sure I don't forget. All right. Wally, I'll look for your response there so I know which one it is, if it's the Omnitrax or if it's the Geotab unit that the 2 hour isn't working. But I'm assuming you're talking about the split. If you're having any issues whatsoever, please report them to me or to your fleet manager so that we can update, if it's an issue with Transflow or Geotab, that we can update them. If it's an issue with Omnitrax, we can update them. So, I did have a suggestion though, and this is why I brought this up earlier when Tim had asked the question, you know, what brought you into driving? He wanted to know, you know, for all of our Decker drivers, what got you into driving? Along with that question, what is it that we can improve on here at Decker? Like, what is it that you need from us or that we can do to help make life easier? Or, not or, but and, because I want to see positives as well. But we can't learn from mistakes or where we need to improve if we don't know, if we're not told. So, old box. So you're talking about the Omnitrax. Okay. Sorry. Wally or Frog just responded back. Omnitrax. Gotcha. But we can't learn and fix something that we don't know is broken. So if there's something that we can improve on, something that'll make it better for you, please communicate with us. We do have a suggestions email, suggestions@deckermail.com, info@deckermail.com, or a suggestion box if you prefer it to be anonymous. But please don't be concerned. I mean, if you want it anonymous and you want to call me and tell me, hey, this is anonymous, I will take it as is, and I will just let our communications department and retention division know that, you know, I had a driver from this division who was concerned about this, and that way they've got something to go off of. Howard says I came from Sierra England. Yep, that part I knew only because I remembered it from our last discussion, but I did talk to her specifically about that, and if I remember correctly, she said she was having issues getting it, but that was over a month ago, so I didn't go back and see if she had heard anything since, so I'll find out. I should have followed up on it again a couple weeks later. Anything else? Yes, we want to know what we're doing well too, you know, continue to do, but we do want to know what we need to improve on, or if there's areas of suggestions. If you want it to be anonymous, that's not a big deal. You just let me know, or use the suggestion box at the terminals, because they're at all the terminals, so we can do better. Peter says, what about making per diem optional for drivers? I can make that suggestion. As of right now, per diem is included. For all of you that don't know that, per diem is included in the pay per mile. It's an automatic 10 cents of the pay per mile. And our pay per mile ranges from 47 to 54 cents a mile in the flatbed division. So again, 10 cents of that's per diem. And in the refrigerated division, 40, depending on the division, 43 to up to 50 cents a mile in our Midwest division, 48 in our over the road. But again, 10 cents of that's per diem. So, per diem optional. I will do some checking on that. Last time I brought it up, it wasn't an option, but we can work on it. Now it's working. I can remove this thing. Yeah, so I'll find out. Thanks, Peter. We'll look into that one. But as it is currently, it is included in all of the pay for those, which means that your take home is a little bit more each week. Whereas if you didn't have it, then obviously you'd be at a different tax bracket. Odds are it'd be a different tax bracket. Oh, Anna says per diem, 10 cents per mile, which averages about $63 a day. It's up to 80% of this can be claimed as a deduction annually on your taxes. And you know, since 2000, was it 18? I think it was December of 17 that they took per diem off. Now I'm second guessing mine. What year was it with Frog says need more money? What year was it, Anna, that they switched per diem being an option, being optional? Because the federal government at one time, I was trying to remember how it went, but you used to be able to claim per diem, even if the company didn't offer it. Now the company has to offer it in order for you to claim it. But I can't remember if that was December of 18 or 17. Peter says, not a big deal and definitely not a deal breaker, just not a fan of it. Yeah, I can definitely check. All right. Yeah, and we have the guaranteed pay, and like I said before, the guaranteed pay for those of you who are receiving the guaranteed pay is $1,000 a week. Now, just because you qualified for the guaranteed pay doesn't mean that you will get only the guaranteed pay. So say, what I mean by that is if you're making 50 cents a mile in our Midwest refrigerated division and you ran 3,000 miles for the week, you're not going to get the $1,000 for the guaranteed pay. You're going to get the better of the two. So if you ran, what did I say, 3,000 miles for the week, so you're going to be making $1,500. Anna says she thought it was an 18. Yeah, I couldn't remember. So you'll be getting $1,500 for the for your gross pay that week instead of the 1,000. All divisions require. Okay, sorry, it didn't scroll up, but I can tell it's coming. All divisions require 9 months of OTR experience, tractor trailer experience, more specifically. So the flatbed does require that 9 months to be flatbed experience, but the refrigerated can be really a combination of it. Any other questions on the pay? No? All right, remember, with the scorecard, those will be coming out. What's today? Today is the 1st. Today's the 1st. So the scorecard numbers usually come around the 15th, and you're usually paid around the 15th as well on that. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But you can access your scorecard as well as your smart drive through the TransFlow app on your phone or on your mobile device, whether it be tablet or phone or whatever. But you can access the scorecard through the scorecard, like the little box there, whatever you call that, but you can access it through that, and it'll show you, it'll break down your miles, what kind of miles you got, if you got the full 200 points for the miles, or if you had a claim, if you lost your 100 points for the claim. Ideally, you want to be up here at that 1,000 mark. That's a perfect score, is 1,000. And if you're falling short, and it is harder to get with those Midwest divisions where you're home daily or home weekly and running those short runs. But that's why we pay you a little bit more for that guaranteed pay in those divisions, is because we're trying to balance out those short runs for you, the number of short runs. But you can access it right there on the app. And the Smart Drive, you can also access that on the app. Just go to the Safety tab, and then from the Safety tab, you'll find the Smart Drive tab. You do need to log into the Smart Drive in order to access your information for that. So once you're in the Safety tab, click on Smart Drive, log in, and once you log in, it'll save it for you, but you have to get that login correct. And it's usually your driver code plus the password is just contact me for the password. Fair enough? Okay. All right. Rayak 007. You know what? I absolutely love reading your name every time I say it, just because I think of James Bond. Per diem will never be optional because the company pays half our federal taxes, and having us pay less taxes saves the company an unimaginable amount of money. That part I don't know. But I would imagine that it would save the company money. But I don't know that, so I would have to talk to accounting for that. Anna says, remember, this is a monthly bonus, so if you do lose points for the month, it has no bearing on the next month. Same goes for the guaranteed weekly pay. If you didn't qualify for 1 week, that doesn't mean that you're not going to qualify for the next or the one before that or whatever. It's a week-by-week basis. The quarterly bonus, the sign-on bonus that lasts for the first year, the quarterly accelerator bonus, that works, or that is obviously quarterly, so every 3 months, you're looking at a minimum of 70% of qualifying for the $1,000 a week. Everybody follow that? Okay, so the quarterly accelerator bonus. You need to meet all of the qualifications, same qualifications that you meet for the guaranteed pay. That being said, you don't have to be 100% compliant on it. You can be as low as 70% compliant and still receive that quarterly accelerator bonus. Okay. Again, it's just for the first year. We want you to be 100%. Does that count? All right, just checking. All right, any other questions that I've missed? If not, I'm going to let you guys go and remind you that on Monday we will be doing our live on our Facebook channel, and of course back here on Tuesday. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button and then ring that little bell so that you can join in the fun. There was something else I was going to say. Don't forget about the podcast, new one coming out on Thursday. This last week was Elaine Schlick. She's one of our driver trainers in the training department. She does orientation. Yeah, it's not too shabby, Peter. $5,000 total, $1,250 each quarter. Plus, hopefully bonus, anything over $25,000 for refrigerated. Next week, Peter will be in orientation. Who else? Anybody else? Cool beans. Orientation, by the way, pays $1,000. I'm not sure if I mentioned that when we were talking about the orientation process. It's a week long, but it starts with obviously your rental car and everything getting you into the hotel by Sunday night. Monday morning we start bright and early, around 6:45 to go get the rental cars and everything. We take care of your hotel, your meals, all of that, transportation. The $1,000 is paid in 2 installments, $500 on first dispatch and the $500 direct deposit. So it'll be a week after you get that because the cutoff is on Sunday night. And then, like I said, though, all your expenses are paid. Orientation will start with your physical and PCE, so like range of motion resistance. That's what the PCE is. Your physical, obviously you know that. And both the hair follicle and the urinalysis for the drug and alcohol testing. You'll have a driving test, and then going over the company policies and procedures, running the Qualcomm, running the Transflow unit, the Geotab, and just providing you with the contact information and ways of communicating so that you don't miss out. You know who to call and when. But if ever in question and not sure who to contact, just dial extension 2000 and Christina will get you to the right person. No doubt. If all else fails, ask Christina. When it comes to who to contact, that's where I go. Excellent. Very good. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next week here on our YouTube, noon Central on Tuesday, and next Monday, 4 p.m. Central on our Facebook channel. So take care, you guys. Please be safe and know how much we care, and thank you for everything you do. Be safe. Oh, wait. Sorry. Peter popped up with a question just as I was signing off, so I want to make sure I answer it. Quick question. For the guaranteed pay, since I'll be in orientation for the week, will I qualify for the following week? You get the $1,000 for orientation, and that basically covers you for that week. The next week will start on Sunday or Monday. Like, officially, it's Monday, as Tim pointed out. So everything that you got down for... Oh, I see what you're saying. Very good question. I believe so. Let me do some double checking. I'll get right back to you on that. Because I know you'll have the first installment of the 500. And any miles that you might have had by the end of the cutoff, which is Sunday. And usually you're dispatched out on a load that you can finish. Peter, let me double check. It's a wonderful question. I know I've asked it, or either Anna or I have asked it, but I don't remember the answer. Imagine that. So let me give you a call right back after I find out. I'm going to actually call Tim first, so I'm going to find out your answer and then I'll call you back, okay? And Peter, week following orientation. Okay, no problem. Any other questions? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, now have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll get back to you here shortly.